Hello friends, in this video I will explain fault tolerant XY routing algorithm. As we know, XY routing algorithm cannot handle link failure. If there is any failed router or link in path of XY routing, so that packet cannot be delivered. So this FTXY fault tolerant XY is a improvement over original XY routing. So how this routing works? So here we are having a piece of code. So every current node when receive a packet having a destination ID. So that current node actually calculate the x coordinate and y coordinate of itself. So this ID represent ID of the current node, and destination x coordinate, destination y coordinate is calculated by this one. And so here we are having in mesh topology we are having direction north, south, east, west, and C represent for core, IP core. So initially it's so this ftx by having two more variable, direction x, direction y, and this is set to nd, which represent not defined. So first of all it will compare destination x coordinate and y coordinate with the its own x and y coordinates. So if these are same, it means the current router has to deliver that packet to its own core. Now second next, if this is not the case, it will check whether that destination y coordinate is greater. In that case direction will be east. If destination y coordinate is less, it means the destination node lies somewhere in left side, so the direction will be west. If and in order to identify a direction for in y and y direction, x coordinates are compared. So if the destination x coordinate is less, so it means packet has to go up, otherwise left. So this piece of code is executed by every router, and everyone set direction in x direction, the next node in x direction, y direction. Now what is the, so here we are taking a example. So let's say node 0 wants to send a packet to node 11, and node 3 is failure. Node 3 is a failed router. So what this node will do, it will run the previous piece of code and it will identify the direction. So in x direction we will be having east, and in y direction we will be having south. So this node having two direction possible. Now which of this will be selected, it depends on this code. There is a code id mode 2. If the id of this node mode 2 equal to 0, then x, this direction will be opted, otherwise y direction will be opted. So this piece of code will execute every time whenever a node have two possible direction in x and y direction both, and total number of direction possibles are north, south, east, west, not defined, and C for core. So this node having two options, it will run this code id mod 0. So 0 mod 0 0, it will opt, it will send this packet in x direction. So this packet is now sent to node 1. Now node 1 will compare x and y coordinate of its own with destination x and y coordinate, and if you can see, the y coordinate of destination is more than y coordinate of 1. So y direction will be x direction will be set to east, and then in order to find out direction in y, we can see the x coordinate here is 0 and here x coordinate is 2. So x coordinate is more, so packet has to go in downside. So this code also having two options, one is in x direction, one is in y direction. Now after deciding direction in xy, this fault tolerant xy run one piece of code, and what is that piece of code will do, it will take those next node, which is 2 and 5, it will check whether these two nodes having any failed link or not. So here if you can see, node 2, node 3 is a failed node, so this link will be considered as broken. So 2 is having a failed link. So in that case, if the next nodes, any of the next node having one of the failed link, in that case second direction will be opted. So here this direction will be opted and the packet will be sent in y direction. Now this node also calculate the xy coordinate of its own and destination, and on the basis of that it will specify. It also having two options, either he can transmit data in this side or in this side. So whenever there is two options, this piece of code will be executed to find out which direction we have to use. So this is node 5 having id 5 mode 2 which is 1, so direction y will be opted and this packet will be sent in y direction. Next, node 9, it will compare its x coordinate with destination x coordinate. So this x coordinate means the number of row in which row this node lies. So both is in same row. It means both of their x coordinates are same. It means there won't be any direction in y direction. How it works: if the destination having x coordinate more than current node, then direction will be south. If the destination x coordinate is less than current node, direction will be north. But in this case, x coordinate of current node and x coordinate of destination node is same, so in that case no direction in y-axis will be specified. So the only option left with us is x direction. So in x direction, this node, you can see the destination lie in right side, so it will send the packet in east and the packet delivered to 10. Now node 10 also try to find a direction in x and y direction, but same scenario here as well, both are lying in the same row, so there won't be any direction in y-axis, there only one direction will be there. So in case if we are having only one direction, this code will not get executed, only that available direction will be opted. So it will transmit the packet in the right side, which is E, and so packet is delivered. So this is the way how fault tolerant XY routing works. If you want to see the code of this routing, if you have Nirgam installed in your system, in Nirgam, when you open your Nirgam directory, Nirgam simulator directory, you have to go in router src and there is a file ftxy. So this file, if we see the code, so this is the code where every node is specifying their direction in x and y axis. Now next part, they will check the direction we have opted. If in that direction next node is a failed node, in that case that direction will be specified as not defined. And so here it will work if either of the direction is not defined. So if direction x is not defined, we will go for direction y. If direction y is not defined, we will go for direction x. But in case if none of them are not defined, it means we are having two options. So in case of two options, which one we will choose, that decision actually based on if the next node who is going to receive the packet, if that node is having any failed link with other node, so that node won't be the next node, so we will take the other direction. So this is the fault tolerant routing algorithm. Now there is a drawback, there is a loophole in this routing. What is that? Loophole, let's see what is the loophole in this one. So now let's see what is the problem with fault tolerant XY. Now we are considering two nodes are failed, node 3 and node 10. This node will compare its XY coordinate with XY coordinate of destination. So if you can see, the X coordinate is more than the current node, so Y direction will be south, Y coordinate is more than its current node y coordinate, so direction will be east. So two directions are possible, east and south. So in case if we are having two direction possible, this code will be executed. id is then id of the current node. So in this case first condition is true, so direction x will be opted and packet will be transmitted to east neighbor. Now this node will compare its xy coordinate with xy coordinate of destination, and similar case, and this node also will be having two options, either x, either in y direction. But here the next code which is executed is that next code will check is there any failed link with the next node, like when one transmit packet, so next node can be 2 or 5, so it will be checked if these next node having any link failure or not. So here if we can see 2 is having a link failure, so this node 1 will opt packet direction for packet is y-axis, so it will send its packet to 5. 5 also compare its xy coordinate with destination xy coordinate, and it will also deduct two possible directions are there. Now this code will be executed, id is 5, so second condition will be true, so it will opt direction in y axis, so packet will be delivered here. Now node 9 having coordinate 2 and 1 and destination having 2 and 3, so x is compared with destination of destination x coordinate, both are same. In that case there won't be any y direction, so y direction will be set as not defined. Now next thing, on the basis of y coordinate, destination y coordinate is more than current node y coordinate, so direction will be right side east, but node is failed, next node is failed, so in that case fault tolerant xy routing also set direction x not defined, so here this packet will stuck and this packet will not get delivered to the destination. So this is the loophole in the fault tolerant routing protocol. Thank you for watching.